Libra. This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Brief interruption. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, and thank you for all the beautiful support that you've given to this channel throughout this year. It has been a very difficult year for Libras especially, but I think everybody. And it's just amazing and beautiful how you've helped the channel grow. And so I want to extend my deepest gratitude and love to you. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Always check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising signs because they are you and they're very important expressions of you. If you want a deeper reading, and I'd love to continue this message with me after this message is finished, I always create an extended reading that I hope you can join me for, and I'll attach the link right below in the description box. If you haven't yet, Libra, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and then ring that notification bell. Select all notifications so that you know when I upload your favorite content. I have even more content for you over on my second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation. I'll attach the link right above. That's where I post my pick a cards and I go live there, my daily tarot card readings, and a bunch of good stuff over there. So I hope you can join me for that. And if you want to join me live every single day, at least Monday through Friday, I'm live on Instagram. Come on over. I'd love for you to join the chat. You can find me one place. I have a banner right in this channel, the Born Without Boundaries banner. You can find the little icon, the Instagram icon. Click on it. It'll take you right to my channel. That's how you find me. I only have one profile. There's been a lot of spammers, so don't fall for those. Just follow the link that I provide for you on the banner to this channel. Very important stuff. Very important because it's just been like chaos over there. So let's see. Libra, Venus is in retrograde. And that's very important for you because she is your ruling dignitary. What I would do is I would see personally, you're either watching this, well, if you're Libra rising, Libra is your first house. So Venus going retrograde will definitely impact the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about your looks, maybe even dig down into how you feel about have I been taking care of myself? Do I look as good as I can? Do I feel as good as I can? Do I feel attractive? What kind of a mate am I? Like, what do I feel like I'm living up to my full potential? And how much have I let partnership define who I am, right? Especially when I should be defining that as partnership with God and my highest self. So that's if your first house, Libra. If just check what house Libra falls in. If you're a Libra sun, your sun could fall in any house. It doesn't have to fall in the first house. So see where that house is, that Libra energy is really impacting you. See which house of yours, if you're a Libra sun, see which house of yours that's in. Like that is it your 10th house? Is it your second house? Because that's the place. Both the house that Libra rules and the house that Taurus rules are the two places, because Venus also rules Taurus, right? Those are the two places that you're going to most feel the impact, Libra suns. And Libra moon, same for you. It's important to see which houses Venus is a natural ruler of, and that will depend on which house does Libra fall in and which house does Taurus fall in. And so if you see, the houses define different aspects of your life, Libra. So, it's like that. The first house for Libra risings is the house of self. The second house, which is normally what Taurus rules, but your second house doesn't have to fall in Taurus, right? It can fall somewhere else. If you're Libra rising, your second house falls in, and your first house is a Libra. Your second house is going to be in Scorpio. Third house is going to be in Sagittarius. So, just see which of those houses your either Libra or Taurus falls in, because those are the houses, those are the areas in your life where this Venus retrograde is is going to create the most impact in your life. Libra risings, for example, is going to be your first house because that's where Libra is. And then your 8th house is where Taurus is. And 8th house is, of course, the house of death, regeneration, rebirth. Some of the mysteries, the occult, all of those things are going to be kind of retrograding in your relationship with them, and how's that going to impact those aspects of your life. So you want to check that out, and I would only know that for like I said, Libra risings. Libra risings would be 1st house Libra, 8th house Taurus. But everybody else, your sun could be in so many different houses. So just check that out. But it's definitely going to impact you guys the most because Venus is your ruling dignitary. So understand that Venus going into retrograde for you generally means that, wow, there's a lot going on here. But guess what? The card that comes out, use your mind wisely when pigs fly. Usually for me, what that means is you can make the impossible happen. Like this is the time when you can make the impossible happen, or when the impossible is already starting to happen. Like those things that maybe you didn't even realize that you had done, or the choices that you had made already encouraging a switch to be flipped. And somehow you guys are benefiting from that. Use your mind wisely when pigs fly. It also says don't fall for bullshit. When your ruling dignitary is in retrograde, you can be extra vulnerable. That's a beautiful place to be, Libra, because that vulnerability opens you up to those places or areas in your life where you do need to be stronger and you need to love yourself more. Right? But ultimately, it's like, don't fall for a bunch of shit right now in this energy, right? Because you could easily fall for something that really you wouldn't fall for if you were at full energy. So it's best to think twice and use your mind very wisely. Make sure, like, fall back on your intellect here. Especially when sort of your emotions or your guard is down. Fall back on your intellect here, Libra. It's really important for you to do that in this energy. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7 plus 4, 4 plus 7 adds up to 11. So this is the awakening of the self through intellect and through not being scared or worried, but definitely being cautious. But we have so many cards that came out. It's almost too much. But let's see what their message could mean. I feel like it's too much. To be totally honest with you, I feel like it's too much. Let's start from the beginning. We had Grasshopper, take a leap of faith. This is coming out in the past. So you took a leap of faith. Be at home. You took a leap of faith in where you felt at home, or something to do with your 4th house in your family, or where you made your home. I don't know if you have recently moved, but ultimately there was a sense of you took a leap of faith into maybe changing where you lived or where you felt at home, or taking a chance on a new home. And then we have, because it brought you peace. And this is your energy, a sense of balance. Also a sense of taking a leap of faith on your family. Maybe prioritizing them or prioritizing something about them to help balance things out and try to make peace. Maybe you made peace with one of your family members, or tried to just even things out with them. Or you made the move in your life because you were led by peace. You were led by the need to feel at ease and feel good about your surroundings. Watch and wait. So there was some patience here. So basically, you took this leap of faith and then you expected something to happen. And I'm wondering, what did you expect to happen? And here we have your energy as well, just trying to enjoy things as they are, but at the same time, sort of doing that fine balancing act. In the same time, you're realizing you're waiting for something to happen. You thought, after I took this leap of faith, something was going to happen. But clearly it didn't. There's a little bit of disappointment here. Wait, hold on. We have claim your independence. This is Aries energy. So basically just having fun in the interim, like learning how to live in the moment and be present in the moment, which is really what air signs are good at. Being in the here and now, living in the here and now, and trying to figure, how do I not expect so much, right? And then this and that are true, seeing both sides of the situation. This called for a lot of diplomacy, actually. And you know what? As long as you were free and as long as you were happy and as long as you had continued to make decisions that were actually good for you, you were prioritizing your need to like follow your own heart and give yourself what you needed, you could easily see somebody else's perspective and not feel thrown off or drained by that. Clear out the clutter. You did a total move, like change around in your life. Like you just kind of like got rid of a bunch of shit, maybe moved yourself. That's crazy. The miracles are endless. So you did open the door to abundance. This is all setting you guys up for something. Overcome any obstacle. You are never alone. So ultimately this sense of figuring out how to be by yourself, figuring out how to rely on yourself, rely on your connection with your highest self, figuring out how to not need to be in partnership with somebody else in order to feel good about who you are. Also, maybe there were some issues or conflicts in your relationship that you were able, in core relationships, so it doesn't have to be your romantic relationship, could be in your family relationships, right? Basically being able to overcome those things. This is Taurus energy too. You might have been dealing with or might be dealing with right now. This is good news. It's like financial struggles. Surrender now. Just let go. Just release. Like a sense of don't try to, Libra, right now, don't try to control things too much. It's important to not resist, especially in retrograde. That's almost like getting caught up in the cogs of a clock. It's just going to really like rip you in two if you try to resist it. So please don't try. It's so important right now. And this is Sagittarius season. Just fly right into things. Things might be worrying you a little bit. They might be scaring you a little bit. But honestly, this is saying, please continue on in the leap of faith that you took because you're so close. Please don't have any fear. Life is speeding up. Interesting how life is speeding up in the middle of a retrograde, but it is. It's not going to feel like it is, and that's the danger. You're gonna feel like, oh, I'm stagnated. I'm going backward. You are not going backwards. You are not. You are not. Just like Venus isn't really going backwards. It just feels that way. It appears that way, but it isn't really going backwards. Nothing ever actually goes backwards. It continues to spin in the right motion. So understand that it's through perception that we feel like we're not moving as fast as maybe we wanted to, but you are still moving fast and you are still moving forward. And then we have make your dreams real. Things are coming together and it's the weave that you have woven. I heard writing, I heard creativity, I heard something that you've been creating. I just heard a sense of making those decisions. Also setting traps, being able to see the traps if you go slow enough, right? And you take the time to let the sun shine just right, you'll be able to see where the spider webs are and miss them. Hummingbird is here. Be here now. Be in the present moment. You don't want to get caught up in anybody else's web. You don't want to get caught up in the spider because these are small. They could get caught up in a web easily. You don't want to get caught up. You want to focus on what you know is tried and true. Focus on the flowers. Focus on the joy. Be here now. Enjoy your moment. Let yourself enjoy the moment. I know that's the secret to getting through this, not only alive, but also successfully. It's going to take all your faith and it's going to take all your strength, but that is the secret to your success right now. Please let yourself enjoy where you are and be in the moment and just constantly extend gratitude. Use your mind wisely. Don't let anybody trick you. Don't let any, I'm telling you, you're going to be vulnerable. And people are going to try to trick you. They're going to try to trick you into, hey, come here. Like, you know, that scene from Pinocchio. We can make your life better. We can make your life more exciting. Sorry about that. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Your life is already good. Your life is already exciting. Please continue to have faith. It's toward the end of the journey that it gets most difficult for you to see that the journey isn't much longer. So please just remain tried and true to just where you are right now. You don't want to fall into any pitfalls. Where would mostly these pitfalls be? They could be in terms of something sweet. They could be in terms of, fear. No, it's fear. It's fear of money especially. And some sort of trickery or deceit when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, or a sense of not feeling good enough or not feeling secure, feeling like your finances are not secure, so being really scared about them. Also a sense of maybe trying to overprove yourself financially and spending too much. Don't get sucked into that. You're in a really good spot right now. You don't have anything to prove to anybody, not even yourself. All right, now let's move on to these cards because we really have just begun. We've only just begun. It's interesting how people try to come and snatch up those things that are most precious to you, you know, when you've come so far, when you've done so much. And that's really discouraging, this sense of, I thought I was going to meet good people. I thought I came this far to meet people who would encourage me and protect me. And now all I'm doing is running into assholes. You're not only running into assholes. You're not. There are good people out there still. It's just right now, it's like you're being tested a little bit. Okay? Libra. Okay, we have suffering in silence. We have suffering in silence, spiritual union, rest and rejuvenation. You're very unhappy with the way your relationship is going, or you feel like you were denied relationships. Something is really getting to you. A sense of a feeling in some ways that you were robbed. Okay, and then we have balance and crown chakra. So this is basically seeing outside of yourself and beyond yourself in order to understand yourself better. So objectively, to find a way to use God's eyes to look at yourself and realize why you're in the moment that you're in. Because there is a sense of trying to heal from a union that just didn't happen. By something that maybe went too quickly, rest and rejuvenation, spiritual union, it fell apart because you didn't give it enough time, because you tried to, it's like, I feel like in some ways, at least some of you have rushed too quickly into a new relationship without completely and totally feeling and healing the suffering from the last one. And that's just the truth. And in some ways, I got to say, the person that roped you in is like a spider. It's like you got caught in somebody's web. And this is a sense of, you're going to really realize that now, because it's going to be really clear how uncomfortable you really are in this situation, and how it really is not you, and how it's not something that you actually want. So this kind of like, this is also a sense you're probably going to be reviewing all of these things with your finances too, a sense of, you know, how many things in my bank book, how many subscriptions have I been stuck in my bank book, like how much money is being taken out from my checking account every month, you know, that kind of thing. It's like you're going to want to review those things and realize, where have I let myself be vulnerable, and where have I let myself get screwed, and not in a good way, but in a very good way, just taking that time to like see it, and then be able to finally do something about it. Let me shuffle this deck of cards. Now I want to see. Orphaned. So this is change. I feel like this is fear of being alone. or feeling abandoned, feeling left alone. And this is rejuvenation, regeneration, regeneration from being alone, from feeling alone and feeling abandoned. And this is that scorpionic energy of something is coming back that made you feel so abandoned and lonely, or the loneliness is coming back. This sense of feeling lonely even when you're with somebody is a really great clue to realize that you're not with the right somebody, or somebody who abandoned you, or you felt abandoned. Regeneration. I think it's your big comeback after feeling left out or feeling ignored. Whoever ignored you, whoever left you unread, whoever said no or didn't hire you. This is a sense of some of those things being in review, or reviewing those things that you maybe said no to and should not have said no to so quickly. I'm going to head over into the extended, and I really hope you guys will come over with me, because there's a lot more to read for you. We've just started. If you love this video, please remember to like it and share it to your social media platforms. I'll see you guys soon.